I hope so. This is a statement event for them if they can qualify for the main event. Like, that is a huge boon for them if they're able to do that. Definitely possible in that group, although it's crazy that they have NIP as obviously their seeding is a bit lower, so they've got NIP as their opening game, which is tough. But if they brave NIP, I think they're pretty set in that winners match, I'd feel. But no speculation required right now. We can get straight into the action. And if you guys are ready, Walczaki versus MaSvAl kicking off the StarSeries European Closed Qualifier.
All right, come on then, let's get into it. Heavy anticipated, we've done our yap. Now we can get straight into the fragging, and that is a massive fight. And Samay just deletes Fade 8 immediately. That's going to prompt MaSvAl to go into A. No one here currently, but there's no smoke on Donut.
Yeah, gonna be tricky to get this bomb down, but maybe you just try and swing. Molly. Okay, that's gonna enable the corner plant because they can't peek through to deny it. So bomb. Oh, actually, they can peek through to deny it. Oh no, it does go down, just about. MaSvAl gets the kill back, and now the post plant. God, if you denied that bomb, it would have made a huge difference. Now you just gotta fight your way forward. Player advantage certainly helps. Decoy throw, and that's not distracting, but Tenzi finds the headshot. Now it's a 3-on-3, and you're just not finding these easy fights. MaSvAl's making it hard, and he makes it even harder. A triple kill from MaSvAl, and Samay now split between two impossible fights. Bomb not possible to be defused, and this will be MaSvAl taking the pistol despite the exit frag coming in. Everyone will go down, but the pistol is MaSvAl's.
I'll tell you what, if that player running through the molly denies that bomb, that's a completely different round, and I really respect the effort of him doing that. But brilliant crossfires, and the fact is they just don't peek. They just wait. Moonwalk, that was nearly the round-winning play. Instead, Tenzi takes contact first, then goes MaSvAl, finding that triple. This is going to be a brawl, by the way. I want everyone to know that this is going to be a massive brawl because Walczaki love to take gunfights. So do MaSvAl. I think this game will be quite quick in terms of the pacing of it. In terms of the scoreline, I back MaSvAl, but I'm not sure how close it will be.
Fade 8 loves an Aggie push, and he'll take that quick in towards red. This is a B stack, but MaSvAl... Actually, with AW here, if they flank B, that would be costly. Potentially. Especially if Olin gets this kill. The trade comes. And now you don't know it, but A is completely open. They smoke off A. They're going to go into the stack. This could be a serious problem. No, confirmations. Fade 8. That's a couple of bodies noted. They start to scramble, but now they're stuck in the corner. Fighting forward, Tenzi pinned in. Moonwalk comes through, and now Moon needs to find both him and his teammate, and he does. Into the one-on-one. Can he beat Yami to the bomb? Yes, he... Oh no, not if he crosses like this. But the bomb still goes down. Surely killed moments after. No. Okay, he does go down. And Walczaki will get the round back. Moonwalk with an insane swing to take both on that push.
The fact that it comes down to a 1v1, though, I think is terrifying for Walczaki. Because I think they do the right thing, right? They understand what's going on. They re-push down lane. They get these kills. And Olin, as soon as he takes that contact there, this is brilliant out of Walczaki. But then Moonwalk caught mid-reload. Moon able to do the damage. I just realized it's Moon v Moonwalk in this best of 3. But yeah, Walczaki fight back immediately. It does boil down to a 1v1. So now we're going to get probably the force bite in from MaSvAl, and they're going to go blow for blow again.
I'm surprised they're still committed into the B hit after they killed the player in CT Spawn.
Yeah, same.
That feels like a really good time to pause and investigate A, or just see what the reaction is. Because if you start seeing them rotate from B, you know that A is likely defended and they need to bring players over. Decide to accelerate, and that does cost them. And a great break, but Tenzi gets the opener. Moonwalk does trade. He's ready for a second break, but is he ready for MaSvAl? Aki on the other side? He is. Moonwalk deals with both these players in mid thanks to the double break.
Actually kind of scary Moonwalk's playing this well. And the reason why is because I think his best map's Anubis. So he's already 5-2. Warming up for that second map. Magic needs to get something going. But the issue you've got right now is Moon's the only one with an AK. And he hasn't got any armor. And this is classic Walczaki. They'll push in the mid round. They'll go searching for info. They're not going to be ready for them whatsoever. So AW will fall. You don't know about Svade, but he's now got to relocate all the way back in towards spawn to pick up this bomb. The round does not get any easier for Magic. If I'm Moon, yeah, I'm giving him that AK. It feels like they're going to maybe try and walk through middle, which feels okay right now because no one's home. If they go through Red Room again, they'll be in danger. If they go back towards B, they're going to be in danger because 2 players are going to be there. And they go in B.
I mean, there's danger at almost every turn right now. Exceptionally unlikely round. 20 seconds. Moon will investigate in towards cave. No one's there. Can Spade 8 hit the instant kills? That's one. Second, close by. If he gets this one, that would have been the way in. Needed 2 clean kills for a chance in this round, but it's mopped up. And the force buy is dealt with. Walczaki, it will be in a 2-1 lead, and it'll be an eco coming out from Moon.
Good mid-round push
from the gang.
Yeah, Moon and the squad. Good mid-round push from Walczaki, just down B ramp. Just consistently being annoying. Magic are going to have to adjust, and they have to deal with this accordingly. Thank you for Lorgar as well for providing the official tournament PCs. We're ready to play. Go and check them out. As you said, full eco. Magic might just play this slowly and take it for what it is. Just a very slow, defaulty round. Have a chance to chat. Figure out what you want to do next. I wish use this as an extended tack pause.
The Deagle Juggle. Every Counter-Strike player very familiar with these sort of rounds. The one player that buys the Ego Deagle and dies. Then you all just hang around, try and grab it, and try your hand at it. And it usually goes a bit like this. Come on, Tenzi. Get 1 bit of damage. Not to be.
No.
Well, Moon, now you've got a Galil.
Well, that's no good. He needs an AWP. I know Ancient isn't really the map where you can get too much leverage with the AWP, but that is his best weapon by far. Oh, what's happened to Samake's camera? Good tricks on it. Right out heaven.
Towards mid. Yep, there's comes Spade 8. They were not ready for that. Moonwalk gets blindsided, and Spade 8's taken 2. The nade gets a trade, but already good value. Sammy looking for the fight, and he will win it onto Tenzi. So into the 3-on-3 off that spam. Not too bad a recovery.
No, it isn't awful. And then look at the rotate as well. They're just going to gamble B. By himself, but only for a moment. AW needs to be diligent when clearing, and he will. Brilliant volley. Actually, he wasn't looking at it. Curious that he doesn't stare at his molly that he's thrown down. But Magic, I think, are working this one out. Although Moon is repositioned with the bomb. In comes this push again out of Walczaki. Moon is stuck. And now I'm concerned for the bomb.
AW needs to be ready on the jiggle. Oh, he kind of is, but loses the duel. But now MaSvAl, it's gotten really close. MaSvAl wins the fight, and Moon just walks on out. Good timing, acknowledges with 2 players on towards ramp. There's space in towards cave he can exploit. And then MaSvAl up in short, ready for the fight. Well worked to bring that round back.
Yeah, look, that gets really scary, especially when the first player on Heaven is dealt with. Walczaki, love the idea. Collapse it in towards middle. Doesn't work, but they get the trades back through Olymp and the Red Room player who just survives. Then they reset, they gamble B, they go for this push. Like, it makes so much sense, and it is really a clever round. The issue is unfortunately for them, is that it just doesn't work, and you just get disjointed players. And the reason being is, if they get that kill down Heaven, and then By Me doesn't flank cave and he moves back towards site, I think that round is pretty unlosable. But instead, they create these 1v1s. Tenzi's now found one onto Moonwalk as well, and Olymp, just on the side of the smoke, will get a crazy dink, but it's AW with the confirmation.
Yeah, looking at Tenzi taking these mid drills consistently. He's very good at them. Big part of their T-side success based off what he can find. So you're very happy to get these openers early, and now you can pause for a moment. See if there's a response. Looks like ramp is where that's going to be, or fires off. And now you've seen a rifle. So that's 2 players you've just confirmed.
Flashbang forwards to give MaSvAl a little bit of room. As you say, with 2 players being confirmed on that B side, it's interesting that Walczaki are actually shifting the setup. I like this out of Skit. Yet again, just going investigating. Walking through the smoke is a risk, but it does mean that the AWP can move over. So now there's 2 players on A here.
In a good position. Can he make it the multi needed to? And well, now the AWP is going to get flushed out by Spade 8, who was already walking through from Red Room. So Skit pushes through, but nothing for him to do. Consecutive rounds for Magic. Money broken for the CT side. Skit needs to save this M4 if they want any sort of premium weapon into the next round.
He'll try. Whether he succeeds or not is another story. The good news is that currently the player fighting him is Tenzi on 20 HP. And the money isn't the best either for Magic, so I think they'll just concede this. They'll say, okay, look, you can have 1 rifle. We'll take the round. We'll have 4 of them. Svanex also picked up the AWP that Samay's bought, so that's a free investment for Moon.
Terrorists win.
Yeah, you take that all day long. Did he get that kill?
He's an expert at finding those. Alright, yeah, M4. Moonwalk gonna buy armor so that it can be juggled. Probably tether with the rifle, or maybe not. That pistol. Magic knows gonna be space in mid to take here. They're keeping track of the economy. Okay, there's the rifle getting a good work, getting aggressive, dropping the bomb, dropping the AWP.
Look at this setup as well. Like, I don't think you're going to be expecting this many players round the corner. Why would you? You've just seen aggression on one extremity and then on the other, but AW, he's up for the challenge. He'll take a couple of shots back and then Olymp gets a crazy 5-7 kill. This round has completely fallen out of favor now for Magic. MaSvAl now has to recover. And Samay has just smoked himself off and left. And that'll push MaSvAl in towards middle, which means going into the initial safe weapon, Skip. Was holding Heaven, and is now looking at Donut. This read, currently a little bit wrong. I mean, his position is just paramount. Spotted by MaSvAl, but claimed by Skip. What an awesome round, again, out of Walczaki, just pushing these extremities.
Yeah, I love the way that they approach it, right? You've got to make these sort of plays in that sort of round. Rife getting aggressive A main, immediately making moves elsewhere. Great pick, knowing that's going to cause some concerns and a bit of panic from Spade 8. AW tries his best to turn this around. High 7, disgustingly broken. And that is a round that Magic should not be losing. And one could really sting. Remember, in T sides, they dominate on. And
hello.
this one not starting so well. Trades though, not quite there. MaSvAl's looking for more. They're not given those fights. And there's still a player here. Oh, they have no idea. Skit. He's invaded so perfectly.
Oh, but is traded. Will that matter? We'll see in a moment, because AW is thinking about this cave fight. Just waiting. And the spray not quite connected onto AW, so there's no info there. Moon's now going to re-walk all the way back towards B. I guess you want to walk into cave if you're AW. That molly will be put forward to flush out the player on the edge. That will give AW a little bit more room. Or he could just contact it. He's actually being very loud about this. You can hear him. Molly goes long. And Samay has just burnt alive. Uh-oh. And now there's only one player on this site. It is just up to Buy Me. First kill belongs to him. Can he bail out Samay? Yes, he can. Oh, dear. Fire is hot.
Imagine if that's how they win the round. A free kill just with a single Molotov. I've seen Samay wants to deny the swing out from cave, which is what that molly was there to allow. But it ends up looking very silly. But it's fine. Round goes their way. And guys, ATK providing all good gear. You win some mice of your own from them. For you keep an eye. Oh my god. Great shot from MaSvAl. That's caused some problems. That's all picked up.
And in fact, he can just hold donut now. This is really nice. I like this as well. At a 10Z, although he's only got a Glock, it is the issue. But, oh, maybe it doesn't matter. Olymp wanted to try and cut off the player that potentially had the bomb. Gets blindsided instead by Main. And out of nothing, Magic have still got a player advantage. They can bring the bomb over now towards A. And they can plant. Moonwalk is so stressed because he knows he can't really peek. MaSvAl is most definitely holding this angle. A fake out will get the molly. That's really nice. And the swing, oh, is great. But then everyone swings from Magic together. Buy Me still tries to step in. They nearly line up for him. But that means that Skit can just come around the corner. Walczaki able to recover the round. And again, it's because they drop utility and then they all swing immediately.
Fantastic from Buy Me there. This one almost got out of hand. Would have felt like a good trade-off after the other round fell foul. But Moonwalk gets good contact, and then Skit comes through to play off Buy Me. In between the two of them, they get the job done.
Look at this push again. Moon's holding. And he still gets owned. That's ridiculous. Out of Olymp. Maybe expecting more, but not expecting AW to come back in deep from spawn. Buy Me, then holds for MaSvAl. Knows he needs to get out. Such low HP. Or maybe he could just take another one. This is absurdity. Out of Walczaki. The consistent pushing and pulling, the consistent harassment. Onto Magic. They are making them never get settled. And Alpha Samay, oh, the timing is not good for him. The Spade 8 is going to have a backstab immediately. And that means that AW can plant.
Smoke down. And Skit tries to go through. He's denied. We're all going to go for this. Look at the money. It'd be actually really good if he lived. Which he won't. Walk through the smoke. A bit brazen, was being held for, so he gets dispatched. So we'll be left a little wanting going into the next round. Still 6 on the CT side, feeling decent. Magic have a chance to get the next 2 if they win this following round. Spade 8, what a round. Great timing. I'm sure he gets that follow through as well.
Crazy push from Skip there in the 2v2. Really don't need to be making that play, but that's just classic Walczaki. This time a break in towards the red room. So May sees nothing. Spam back from Spade 8, not doing a whole lot of damage. There's a lot of players that are known on B. It's just about whether Magic want to reset and go into it.
Feels like they really do want to go here. A lot of control, and they'll just keep pushing forward. Walczaki playing a much more passive round into this one. The orb waits. Oh, Molly will force him off, and that exposes the rifler. So you've got an opening pick. You still don't actually know that the AWP is here.
You spoke him off, though. Spade 8 and Tenzi both have utility. I think they've just recognised that, actually. We need to wait till that smoke is definitely up. So, mate, will now boost up by me. It just looks close to the smoke, but actually Moonwalk's holding. That's an awesome spot. Moonwalk then gets caught through the smoke, and AW will push at the same time. Olymp can't do anything in this round, and in the blink of an eye, Magic just swarm and overwhelm B.
What a catch from Moon. Yeah, I suppose not a lot for him to hold in that moment, right, when all the smokes are down, so he's just keeping an eye on any other possibility. Well, Olymp get caught here too. You don't want to lose everything. Okay, Tenzi not going to clear this, but on the turn, oh, unlucky.
Wow.
Takes out the low HP player, a quick spin, and nothing saved for the final round to the half. Nice from AW, and oh, I don't even know what he saw there.
Enough. Right, this should be 6 rounds each, though. Absolutely should be. And Magic are just going to take leverage over towards A this time rather than B. Walczaki have, again, made the right read. They've got 3 players over here currently. Spade 8 just slides in the corner as expecting a push. Is yet to come in.
Oh my god, the space is ridiculous. Yeah, completely blindsided. Smoke long. Moonwalk might walk through that. But Spade 8. Is he going to get caught here? Yes, so Moonwalk walks through, but at the same time, Olium's been caught, so it's still a player advantage, and they're running away. I don't know if Tenzi has heard much of this.
Doesn't look like he has. But in the same breath, no one is Donut, and now no one will remain in Donut. And AW's found Moonwalk, who has pushed a smoke for the 4th time in 4 rounds. Magic able to rebound. They get 3 on the spin, and they're able to make it a 6-6 half.
Okay, well, recovery from Magic at the end of the first half. Still a really strong CT side coming out for Walczaki, especially given they lost the pistol. It was a good reset, good fight forward. Stealing away that round with the saved rifle made a big difference on that first half. Let's see what they can do on the attack. Remember, Anubis, the pick of Walczaki, and is intended to be a bit of a punisher in this veto.
Yeah, so you really want to get your map choice, and you don't want it to be that stressful. AW, makes light work of them. MaSvAl's here too, but then Skit's able to double trade. That'll promote the escalation on this bomb site. Magic have got a lot of work to do, especially with Moon falling, but StarLadder's on a very quick lurk. I don't think this is going to be anticipated at this moment in time. But with Olymp fighting forward, and now with everyone fighting forward, this gets really stressful, especially when Samay goes for a random jump and offsets StarLadder's aim. Tenzi will find the first, but then run down by Walczaki. As soon as they take contact in cave, they know that they want to pounce on this site.
Beautiful sequence from Skit there. Runs them over in cave, gives him that space. Lucky for StarLadder, can't quite connect that shot. They look good with this double set. The dually started firing off, and you think, okay, W's just going to shut the door on them. Not to be. Brilliant, getting some good kills in the post plant. A force five from Magic. Can they do to Walczaki what was done to them?
Potentially not, because they're stacked B and they're in middle, and Walczaki are going A. And now all the utils about to come in, you're going to be blocked off completely. This gets a little bit tricky. I like that StarLadder's dropped that smoke there, because that's going to give a lot of space for Tenzi. It just creates new angles for him. And then, off of that contact, they're going to try and burst through the smoke. It works out sort of, maybe, because it is a 2v3.
Yeah, now the bomb's not planted. They're feeling a little uncomfortable, waiting for the smokes to clear. Questions where the second player is. Push through. Oh, Olymp catches MaSvAl. Crazy shot. And they will brave against the force, despite the attempt from Magic with the smoke in mirrors. Walczaki that see clearly and are now in a commanding position on this T side.
Tell you what, though, really cool smoke out of StarLadder just to give the opportunity for that donut player to have free fights, and then the idea to come through on the contact of him. It's clever. It should have worked, or at least done a little bit more. Unfortunately for them, it doesn't. Thank you to Lorgar for providing the official tournament PCs for this event. As Walczaki look to run it back right into A.
It's a force back again. This is crazy that they're forced into this round. The bodies are going to be here, but they're going to hit the floor quickly. Moon gets one. So much damage done, but not the kills. Magic really wanted to catch them off guard. But this run back into A, just not quite anticipated for, and the fight falls flat.
And this is classic Walczaki. Like, they love an A play. Olymp will call strategies where if it doesn't work, then he'll change it. But if it does work, then why would he fix it? He'll just keep going and going again. That's why I was saying back-to-back hits in towards the bomb site now. AW and MaSvAl will save, but you ruin your economy this much, it can be a little bit stressful. Terrorists win. Although, to be fair to them, because they lost pistol as well, one more eco, they'll be okay. Actually, to be fair to them, they could probably get 5.7s, maybe an MP9 as well. Maybe this is new meta. You just keep buying MP9s every round, and if you lose, you can then get rifles in a couple of rounds' time.
Yeah, people don't save that often these days. lethal. And yeah, just straight up B. They're not going to be ready for the gun zone. And this could be a problem. Finally, the Force? Maybe not. Kills have come back the other way, but you've still got the two M4s alive. And on a quick flank through cave, Moon just fires off a shot, keeps some attention there. Third Spader hits the deck. You're not ready for the second swing. Tenzi gets his. Pyjamas had a great map so far. Can he isolate this fight? This is key, but he can't quite manage it. Tenzi behind the wall wins the fight, and Magic, force after force, finally break through. Yeah, really important fight for Tenzi there, because if Moon is put into a 1v1, he's got half HP in the scout. And that felt very unlikely. Brilliant flashbang play. In fact, that might have even been a team flash, because there wasn't a credit for Magic in the feed. That might have been a disaster of a flash, actually, for Walczaki. Of course, they're going to reinvest, but their money is not in the same state as Magic's. Big nade onto Pyjamas. He's taking half his HP. And another one coming in from middle. That's awesome, but Tenzi's full blind. Trades are immediate. The MP9 can only grab one kill out of AW. So this is a 3 versus 2. They're expecting players to maybe not be in towards B still. But MaSvAl is. He's been able to find the opening frag. This is such a brawl. MaSvAl's going to get sideswiped here. There it comes. Onto Moon, into the 1-on-2. And, almost beats them there. And in fact, spams out Skit through the box. Molly at least will allow that bomb to be scooped up and likely a plant. Moon can't deny this, doesn't have a kit, but does have the spam. That's absurd from Moon. He doesn't see either player. That box, not bulletproof.
That's so frustrating if you're Walczaki. The fact that Skit is just minding his own business, walking up towards B, thinking it's clear, because Samay has spotted and forced Moon back, and yeah, he gets spammed out. Samay's done the same. He's put the molly down as well. He thinks, okay, this is perfect. Put the molly down, plant the bomb, but immediately it's more spam out of Moon. He just can't do anything about that. A crazy clutch from the AWP. And now you've got another force in. These guys don't eco.
This is so brawly. It's so fun. You're absolutely spot on about how this would play out. Constant back and forth between these two teams. A mid-fight was ridiculous last round. This round, no, Spado does want to keep fighting and should surely win this. No, Olim swings. Tenzi gets this player on heaven, but can't stick around. Moon spots out progression. A drive-by, but then Moon steps in and the fight keeps on going. Moon keeps on going. Can't quite make it 3, but good damage. Bomb dropped as well. Moonwalk. Scoop that up, and now the step out from AW. Olymp half HP, has a lot to do.
This is just DM. This is just deathmatch at this point. Oh, this is so fun to watch. It's just so explosive out of both of the teams. Fight back in towards mid. Moon saving the day yet again with another important multi. And Olymp walking through A main currently. That's why you've got MaSvAl just stuck in at CT. AW's watching the cross. That means that Olymp can't find an awful lot. This feels too difficult to break because they're not going to move whatsoever. They both understand their role. AW will spot. And Olymp now knows, so he can be loud about his position. Getting the bomb and getting the kill. A priority. You got to force MaSvAl out into the open, and you are able to do that, but he'll win out the fight anyway. Magic have equalized the game, and Walczaki surely are just down to Tech 9s.
First time out, by the way. That's how fast pace has been. There's been no breathing room, but there might finally be for Magic. They've somehow braved the storm of this half. Moon with another high impact moment, a multi-kill in it. Well, got the pause. Yeah, 80k gear. They've got a giveaway. You can win gaming mice. There are 8 gaming mice that have been prepared for the giveaway. You can click the banner below to enter.
They bought... No, okay, he's got a Glock. So yeah, as expected, finally an eco in this second half. Massive nade as well onto Buy Me. Not really too sure what the plan is going to be for this T side. Maybe just a bundle in towards middle. They know about StarLadder, and now they know about Tenzi. The issue is you can't really do anything about him, especially when the spray is as good as that. Olymp is flanking Donut, but he's the only one left, and his timing feels pretty poor now.
Actually, because Moon's gotten onto A main, I think he might have a little window. He just doesn't know
Can't do anything with it. We had an AK, sure.
2 kills? Ah, almost. Tenzi quad though, and Magic onto 10.
Magic are onto 10, and every single player has really stepped up in a big way. We've just seen that quad out of Tenzi. We've just seen the double multi-kill back-to-back out of Moon. MaSvAl's been very solid, as to his StarLadder. AW has been doing his job incredibly reliably. Same thing for Walczaki, which is really exciting. Like, everyone is having a good game. And everyone just wants to fight. It just makes for a really exciting best of 3 to kick off StarSeries. This European Qualifier. AW comes through middle. And now you see the double flashbang since towards elbow. I was going to say, you should be ready for the elbow player. StarLadder isn't. AW will at least trade. And what on earth is this? So there's a guy in cave. Moonwalk has already been there. But at least there's a trade out of MaSvAl. 3v3, it's so hard to keep up with what's going on.
And still 2 players here, so it's not going to be easy. Although you dealt with one, MaSvAl now flushed out by the flames, and Buy Me takes both defenders out. Moon 1v3. He's going to have a quick look. He's not going to be given an opportunity to get this one going. I love that. All the chaos. You realize and acknowledge that a player is pushed out from heaven when AW gets that trade. So Moonwalk's like, all right, I'm just going to walk through. AW thinks he's found a way back out, and then Moonwalk with the side swipe. And it makes sense just to commit that. Actually try and pull a fast one with the extra rotate, but without success.
Was Moon heard here? Okay, he's locked in on the angle anyway, so it's not going to matter. He's a little bit paranoid. He wasn't going to turn back around, but actually it looks like no one's heard him anyway.
Terrorists win.
So he will live. But Walczaki will equalize. I think the money's okay for Magic. I don't think that's an issue. But what a molly as well. It's got to be said. It goes right up on the right-hand side and then spreads down and forces you into the open. There's confirmation of that full buy coming out of Magic after the saved AWP. This round's very important for them because they lose this. Not only is it 11-10, but there's no money. I'm not just talking about no money for one round, no money for several.
We just have to have a look at AW. Doesn't get spotted. Saki will take the space. Despite that replenishment. And nothing being offered up early. Okay, just going to block off cave. That's going to be the play. Okay.
What?
That's just a pre-fire through the smoke. Oh, an Olymp. He's got the read, but does he have the frag? Tenzi.
StarLadder's holding.
StarLadder gets killed, but there's Tenzi with the swing. Okay. 3-on-3. AW. Be careful, they're about to walk through, and the sidestep. So difficult to manage, but MaSvAl faded into the corner, keeps the fight going, and even better. Buy Me half HP, and MaSvAl with the triple to hold down B.
God, needed that, didn't they, MaSvAl? Because that was falling apart. The wide swing out of the smoke, enough to put off AW's crosshair. They all burst through at the same time, but they completely overlooked MaSvAl. Sigh of relief as AW glanced over to his teammate. That's how you get that kill moonwalk. Didn't even see him. But MaSvAl's the bailout. And as I said, MaSvAl desperately needed that one. And they're nearly there. Right at the end of closing out their map pick. They've just got to get through another buy. It's got a couple of Tech 9s in it. They should be home and free.
Keep trying this boost, but AW is not overstepping the mark. Very similar setup from the CT side. Again, double red. Hoping not to get taken out by random spray from Moonwalk this time. The same main player, which does have a bit of intent behind it. As the bomb will make its way over. This is looking like an A split.
There's a lot more passive as well out of MaSvAl. Like, they're not actually willing to take these fights in round 22. They've been passive. They've just been blocking things off. I mean, Moon's walked over towards middle. Tenzi's dropped an incendiary towards main. So SvADAte's position is going to be the most powerful one. He doesn't get hard cleared, and he doesn't. SvADate and Moon able to just completely alleviate the odds and put it further and further in MaSvAl's favor. I love that reposition out of SvADate. There was nearly a chance for Moon to get a ridiculous kill. Instead, he just blocks with further utility. 20 seconds. All the rotates are here. And now this is seemingly impossible for Walczaki. Whilst the Tech 9 is out for buy me, he's only able to get SvADate before he's laid to rest himself. No money, no bomb plant for Walczaki. MaSvAl, you feel like they've done enough.
Yeah, it's been a real grind to get here, but they find map point first. It's going to be Tech 9's, Mac 10's, maybe Galil at the most for this T side. Okay, one AK comes without head armor, but 2 sets of pistols, 2 sets of SMGs. Faster in cave.
Faster into middle. SvADate's dodged that HE. I don't know if you're going to be ready for this if you're Walczaki, or just how quick SvADate is. But that Mag 10 on the jiggle. I've been trying to find players, and in fact, yeah, SvADate looks back. That allows Olymp in. Between the two of them, they're able to get kills. AW, though, has pushed B main. And he's been able to find a triple out of nothing. This round is still not over, or maybe it is now. Because Moonwalker's lost his life. And Olymp is all the way on this flank that was set up to do some damage. And sure, the damage is going to be finding AW. The clutch in the round feels very unlikely. Especially with already the reposition out of Moon and MaSvAl. Olymp goes into his death. What a play out of AW. Every individual stepping up for MaSvAl as they're able to close their map pick.
That's a remarkable way to take it. Didn't feel like it was going to be ending right there. That mid position felt so tentative without the smoke on elbow, and you can see how easily it was punished, but AW, he's
the detriment of having a lot of Anubis is that there's a lot of tape, and you can sit there and you can study. And Walczaki are not going to change the way that they play. For MaSvAl, where they've not been playing it for a couple of months, there's not a whole lot you can expect. So the best thing to do is just to play your game.
Let's get the game underway. Anubis, map 2 here. Our opening series. Let's start the battle. T-side start for MaSvAl. Didn't quite get the T-side they wanted on Ancient, but were able to recover it towards the end. Reset early, looking to avoid that here, and looking to go in towards A, where there is a 3-player lean.
How aggro is this 3-player lean going to be, though? Oh, fairly. Look at this, there's just so many players. Magic immediately gets shown the door, but they want to keep going anyway. That's absurd. StarLadder's found a double. Rotation's now surely on the way. Samay just needs to live. Moonwalk now darts through the smoke to try and help out, but Samay's gone. And they know about Moonwalk too. He backs out through the camera smoke. You've got the flank on by me as well. Bomb gets committed. MaSvAl looks back. By me and MaSvAl both get dinked. This is chaotic already.
He's locked himself out of the round. Oh, he doesn't commit to the bomb plant? Is this too big brain?
What if he goes mid to camera?
If he dies here, it's done. Oh, he wins the fight. Okay, then he goes back to A. And it's all fine. Ooh, that got very scary with the separation. StarLadder is won the critical fight. 3 kills in the round. Bomb down. And with 3 HP by me, despite a great map 1, he's not going to be favored here at all. If you had a kit, could cause some concern. A smoke on main is going to be problematic, but he doesn't throw it. So, yeah, there we go. Round's done. Quad kill for the IGL.
Really well handled, because that was initially a triple setup that got 2 opening kills. And then Magic still wanted to go into that fight. Typically, when you see 3 players there, you don't want to go into A, especially when you've lost 2 of your teammates. You just want to go backwards rather than forwards. And StarLadder says, screw it. I can do this instead. And it is really well handled from the in-game leader. And you're right, it's terrifying when he leaves. But because MaSvAl doesn't move, you start to think, oh, okay, he's probably coming back. A lot of nades are already deployed early here for Magic as they set their sights on this B bomb site. Gets close with the MP9. In fact, he's just dead in the waters immediately. Moonwalk's rotated. There's a lot of players here, but they're all losing their lives. 4v2.
It takes far too long for that first kill for the CTs to come through, and now Magic, they want to go elsewhere. Mid to A to be the play. Mulling themselves off, but it's fine. They will avoid the catastrophe of the first map and survive the force buy.
I've not seen that before. That's awesome. It's like a jump middle click throw from the edge of main, and it goes deep heaven.
I'm glad they hit that one. They missed the heaven smoke on the pistol round. Well, I think it was meant to be the same location, like a storage smoke, but they missed it. It like landed on the roof somewhere. That was one that got thrown from stairs.
Oopsie.
Didn't matter, but
might matter though.
Can't allow you to compliment them without disparaging a different piece of utility.
No. But it's relevant you bring it up though, because they are still rusty on the map. So if you are going to be missing key pieces of utility moving forward, that will be a detriment to you. So it's entirely relevant you bring that up, and it's something to keep an eye on for the rest of the half.
Doesn't take away from their great start, 2-0, and we've got 2 MP9s. I don't think that Walczaki will fall for the Magic trick of continuing to keep forcing. Again, thanks to Lorgar for providing the official PCs used by the tournament.
Rinse and repeat, perhaps, for Magic. Break on the smoke, don't fully commit. Spams are plentiful, but not netted any success. So they'll leave. But Walczaki remain rooted. 3 players now in towards middle, and this could undo Magic.
Comes a little early. Oh, never mind. That's a huge kill to get downrange with the MP9. Magic lost one of these type of rounds on Ancient. And it came with a pick like that.
Look at the reposition. They're all now pushing it as well. I don't think you're going to be ready for this unless you molly close. That's the only way back into this really for Magic, instead of just pure contact out. MaSvAl first kill is his, and the second. Okay, never mind. He's still able to get a multi. Moonwalk now steps in and overwhelmed immediately. It doesn't matter how many bodies you've got in the bomb site, Magic will always find a way to get through.
Well, it's the exact right play and the exact right read, but you can't account for that, can you? So isolating 2 fights there. Brilliant work. Yeah, you're not getting past AW skip. 3 live as well. And 3 on the board for Magic.
Yeah, they're playing with an enormous amount of confidence right now as well. Not being scared when there are just extra players there, I think has really come to benefit this team over the first 3 rounds. Playing with an enormous amount of confidence are Magic. This is the first gun round here for Walczaki. So May's got the AWP as well as he peeks into the hole to look for the cross. Fenzil doesn't want to step by until he sees that flashbang, but so May will find Moon.
Big pick with the op. The attempt to split him towards B. Replenish on the smoke. Oh no, let's say towards mid, so Skip needs to win this duel and he's trying to kill. Second though. Oh, he actually gets both. Clean from Skip. AW couldn't quite find his mark on Dubai. Almost had a chance there, but the smoke just about covers him. So this round's just been picked apart by a couple of individuals.
Here's an individual that can still recover things. Although Samay is on such a good angle right now, MaSvAl's not going to be ready for this whatsoever. Surely dead here. And now AW. The best he can hope for is damage. Skip and By Me move forward, and then By Me looks back on the low HP. AW will just trying to be saving his Galil. But I think he's going to get backstabbed by Olymp. Oh, this timing's weird. And Olymp just shoots.
I hate that wall.
Let's get Wolf
time.
Okay, so that's an AWP.
And they didn't protect the AWP to prevent it being scooped up. So that's a decent recovery. Yeah, Moon getting picked. I was looking for that fight, but Skip, this is the real heroic moment. Dueling both from an unfavorable position. An AWP save critical. We start B and look at the push from the CT AWP. Towards B main, but has to fall back.
2 HEs do 5 damage total. And okay, I thought that was just a random Mac 10 kill. It wasn't. It was Moon finding Samay towards the water. Break on the smoke for Olymp. Doesn't see anything. Still 2 players in this A bomb site. Svede looks to group. Looks to be with his team. It doesn't have to be the commitment out of Magic. Spam out of Olymp does a little bit of damage onto MaSvAl. And now he creeps in close. This is potential lunacy or sheer brilliance out of Olymp. And in fact, he gets rid of MaSvAl. That's a crazy shot to hit.
Skid on the AWP. Wants to give his hand at it. And he's forced back. Bomb is making its way over there. It's this mid work from Svede. Svede is going to have an insane timing on this flank. Moonwalk has no idea. He's about to get shot in the side of the head. Svede spots him, just deals with him as the smoke goes down, and now the hit comes through. In the chaos, all eyes turn. And all heads roll. As Magic stroll into B off the back of that Fade 8 lurk.
Yeah, really well handled by Fade 8. That's now 2 rounds he's won single-handedly for Magic. And that's Walczaki trying to put pressure on. And Magic, I think, do a really good job here at pushing both A and B, taking the attention onto both extremities. And that leaves mid completely vulnerable. There's not enough hands to deal with the present problem of every single avenue, every single lane being punished by Magic. And it's that solo lurk that pays off. And it's that solo lurk in middle that will now consistently keep a Walczaki player interested in that area of the map. And then from there, when you go in towards A and B, in theory, your sight hits are going to be a lot easier. So that's nice. That's conditioning for the future out of Magic.
Crazy pick, but not enough in this timing. But if he'd been a second too late, Fine had that opportunity. Buy available. A bit more into a slower default in this one. And forced out by the flames. That would have been heard.
Now you see Olymp coming over to cover camera. But he moves back. Look at this setup right now. I know Moonwalk got forced away. There's still 4 players on B without any rotate. Moon will find Olymp. And now you gotta rotate.
AW's just going to hang out. Oh, an attempt to get a pick back goes the wrong way. Fade 8 punishes from long range.
Just MP died.
Yeah, that's brave. I guess you're hoping someone's close by. And now you have pieces having a look on either side. MaSvAl will get the information. He goes down. And now he's just committing towards B. AW's walked into... Oh! That wasn't how I thought that would play out. But, okay, fair enough. Job's done.
Fair play. Tenzi. I guess that's just a pre-aim. Also, you might have heard the flash bounce off him. Because it didn't make the noise off the wall. So that there's a chance he might have just spammed him because of that. Either way, crazy shot. Same result for Magic. They are dominating this T side. It isn't the back and forth swing like I predicted it to be early. Instead, it is Magic making the most of all of these situations. Fade 8 7-1 as he looks to hunt. Moonwalker's on a single point of HP. But no, Fade 8's just going to play contain. Magic already have a vast haul of rounds, and I love the way that they're playing this Anubis. There's a lot of variety in here. It's very evident that they've been working on it.
You're doing a good job of blocking all of the attempted aggressive plays as well, coming out from the CTs when they do come. They're not over-egging it. They're waiting for those mistakes, even when they have the advantage. Got the safe rifle and AWP around a few lighter bits and pieces. Magic have been approaching these rounds. It shouldn't be too difficult for them to convert. We'll see if Walczaki try and throw any spanners into the works.
And now you look at this and you think, right, like surely this is the easiest round of the lot so far for Magic. Which is why they are going through the motions. Flashbang through off of the camera smoke just to gain space. That forces a reaction. It is going to be a smoke over at A main. Skip, who's been doing pretty okay defending, is now solo and is now spotted by StarLadder. Oh, hello. That's a free kill.
That's not the moon, that's the smoke. I meant to walk that.
That's so stupid. Yeah, fair.
Orb didn't fire then, but it doesn't matter. They get the information someone was close and they've already got B. This is how this round was meant to play, and it's well worked from Magic. They actually feel a lot more disciplined and in control on their opponent's map pick than they did on theirs.
That's so fair. It really is. StarLadder will grab another. They know that the AK's out A main. I can't believe Olymp is fighting this, but he will find MaSvAl. StarLadder now waiting. I'm in disbelief that Olymp is willing to potentially sacrifice this AK just by swinging so much. He's ready for Tenzi, and I'll even find the third. That's a lot of damage. Unfortunately, for Walczaki, it's inconsequential. They'll still lose the round anyway. Magic, they win 6 out of 7 rounds.
It's going very well. Really, really well. This orb that couldn't find.
Reminder as well, guys, that we are giving away 8 gaming mice courtesy of ATK. Click the banner below to enter. This is probably the most passive I've ever seen Walczaki play around on the CT side.
Yeah, they're getting anything from it. They're not really. They were setting somewhat aggressively in towards Dark, but they don't get anything from it. They don't even really peek, so they don't get the information. Mid has been overrun. Also at a good angle, but drops off after he drops in front of the flames. Actually have full mid, but what do they want to do with it? They've been blocked on the A side. Yeah, they might just disengage.
I don't mind leaving Moon here, because if Walczaki feel like they need to go back in towards middle, that could be the remedy. And I love this. You're putting so much pressure on B right now, but there is that natural rotate. Walczaki are looking to rotate everyone over here, but it is just StarLadder. And now you go in towards A. Moonwalk, the only one here. 15 seconds. If he can deny this bomb, the round is won. And he's able to find MaSvAl at least, but now you can plant safely. 3v5 though. This gets dicey. A lot put on Moon's shoulders. He's able to get the first. Now holds the cross to camera. So every one of these rifles can just be forward facing. Moon will get another. AW falls off. And Tenzi is also able to find Moonwalk. 2 versus 2 now from what was an incredibly disadvantageous situation. AW spray not good enough. And now it falls to Buy Me. Moon starts to creep in. Buy Me on this right-hand side. And Moon knows that he needs to try and get this defuse locked in. And he can just wait and buy time. Because Buy Me will try to get this defuse going. But it's Moon that hits the ridiculous flick. And it's Magic the convert of 5v3.
Holy moon, what a moment with the AWP. I thought he might have sold it when he stepped out wide on the right-hand side there. I think there might have been time if he died for that defuse to come through, but then he hits a monster flick like that. Not to mention these 2 huge kills in towards middle, proactive AWPing. I think there would have been time to defuse it, so that was a necessary flick. Absurdity and a 3-on-5. Magic can do no wrong.
Shout out StarLadder as well, because he put 4 players on that big bomb site for Walczaki. Oh, you just think that's going so well, especially when Moonwalk gets another kill. He just gets things down incredibly low. AW this time has worked his way through the lurk smoke, but caught by Skip. Moonwalk, though, has fallen in the meanwhile. All of my glazing hasn't done him much good, so May will at least get one, but now he's burning, and now he needs to reposition. Tenzi will find him. Olymp dodges the flashbang, but can't dodge the bullets. Magic are in A, but the bomb is gone, and By Me doesn't know it yet. He potentially could just win the round on the spot, but he didn't see that C4. Now as he looks back onto StarLadder, Tenzi turns round. You're kidding me.
God.
You're joking.
Literally, it's like there's some sort of curse on the CTs at the moment. Magic can make any sort of mistake, like leaving the bomb on the other side of the map. They can push through smokes. They can be the man deficit, and it doesn't matter. They find their way through. Ridiculous open up. I can't believe Tenzi turns at this moment. I guess because Fade 8 is progressing upstairs, he comes back to provide that coverage, but feels so unlucky for By Me.
And now this is even faster. Out of Magic. Good flashbang. Really great flashbang. But then the trades are even better again. It's ridiculous how Magic keep finding these opportunities. And now you're not going to be ready for the mid play. So May will drop a smoke forward. Skip. Now searching, but not securing. It's Fade 8 to hit the headshot. It's Fade 8 to take the space in at B. And again, this bomb doesn't actually need to be committed over here. Timing. Good out of Fade 8. And in fact, he just wide swings. And now he runs away. By Me feels like he's got really good timing here, and that's because he does. Moon dealt with, and maybe you just defuse it. No, this Fade 8 was over at Temple, but where on earth is AW? He just comes in the nick of time. And you're right, Magic can't lose.
Really nice attempt from By Me, but can't quite win that last fight. Does a lot of damage, but that doesn't matter because the CTs lose everything anyway. G-side has money for days. What a masterclass. Maybe that's the wrong description because it hasn't felt like it's been necessarily the most rigid, clean Counter-Strike, but it's just everything they do works.
It's been good enough. Yeah, this has to, you're right. This has to also just be such a frustrating game for Walczaki. Because you just feel like no matter what you do, nothing works. Magic now look to take space, sitting towards middle. The AWP's here, Moonwalk's here with an MP9. Come on, mate. One good SMG play. That's just for my ego. Magic will now take the space in towards middle. Player gets left alone. And there's the SMG highlight. Wow, it's one kill.
He's only gone and done it. There's been plenty of opening kills coming through for the CTs. They've actually managed to get pretty much even with Magic on it. Okay, a double up from Moonwalk. Surely they have to convert this round.
Yeah, they've got all the pieces stacked on B as well. So this should feel very good. Samay and AW go blow for blow. MaSvAl loses out his fight on towards Skip. Molly good onto Samay, but By Me's here too. And you're right, no way to win this round now for Magic. The best Moon can do is hold on to the AWP, but even that is going to be maybe one step too far. The Skit and Olymp look to lock him in. Moon. Oh! We'll hold on to the AWP.
Yeah, you have to take that one from his cold dead hands, and he's not dying anytime soon. Shame we never got really the AWP on Ancient from him, because he is hitting some shots. Ridiculous to hold on. Alright, second. Can they make it 3? B-sided map for sure, but this feels like more than you'd expect. Hello, Moonwalk. He's gotten very aggressive, and he's got the opening pick off it.
He heard me.
This looks good for Buy Me as well.
Unless... Oh, they don't peek. He knows that AW is here and hasn't moved because he would have seen the fallback.
Thing is, the longer AW waits, like the more he's going to be like, all right, someone could have crossed now. Because he's not actually holding it. So he managed to get cleared.
I think the best thing about these rounds from Magic is that I've got no idea when I'm watching where they're going to end up. I think that has to be the same sentiment for Walczaki. AW doesn't clear it, but he still gets the kill. Oh, Buy Me. What are we doing?
He waited so long. The timings everywhere at once.
But why did they smoke off camera? Why did Walczaki smoke off their AWPer? You've just given him the chance to get that kill. And now Moonwalk with 20 seconds left has to be the difference maker. Has to get this double kill. Can't find a single. You've just given Magic 10-2 because you smoked off your AWPer.
Now he's known, he's on 7 HP, double digits, comes off the back of the nade. Domination on the T side from Magic.
Frustrating one for Walczaki as they felt like they had an in a lot of those rounds in the first half, just not able to convert anything. And individual mistakes led to even more errors. They find themselves down 10-2 on their map pick. And Magic look like they're going to immediately put themselves in the winner's match.
7 of the opening kills of those 12 rounds. So they won the majority of the opening fights, just about, and still only walked away with 2 rounds. Says a lot. So many ridiculous rounds from Magic. A B split on the cards. More flashbang play. Oh, both blinded, but shots don't connect from Tenzi.
Only one player swinging that instead of 2 is interesting for Magic. But at least you've got the rotate. But the jiggle, really good. Moon, though, able to find Moonwalk and Samay out of nowhere. MaSvAl's now found Olymp. This is a 4v2, and this was a 5v4 in favor of Walczaki. Bomb needs to be planted. Skit's now just seen a player up close, but he can't do anything about it. It is just Buy Me left. First kill belongs to him, but it's AW with the follow-through, and it's Magic with 11.
Another opening kill that doesn't result in a round, but Moon, I mean, the second kill is just brilliant. And that single player peeking ends up kind of setting that up, right? Because Fade gets the contact in CT and Moon can play off it. They're not quite pre-aiming him and he's able to get the double somehow, some way. Nice shots. Julie's doing good work. Gonna have to be the force buy. You've got to in this position. What are you gonna do with it?
Ooh.
That was a little brave. This is maybe a bit too brave. Okay. This is a bit silly.
It is a little bit silly. MaSvAl will try his best to find Moonwalk here. And is able to. And then, adjusts onto Skit. Wait there. This is now a 2 versus 2. And look where the bomb is. MaSvAl doesn't know it yet, but AW could find it. Olymp and Pyjamas now need to recover a situation that, yet again, you felt like was unlosable.
It cannot carry like this. Okay, that's a big kick. But AW gets his onto Olymp. Don't think he ever saw the bomb is the thing. And Pyjamas is going to have to take his time getting this because he's worried AW's pushed through. Didn't see him reaggress. And AW, he moves towards B. Pyjamas decides A is the play. So he set himself up in this one-on-one.
You just got to figure out where AW is coming from. And you last saw him in middle. So camera feels like a fair assessment. No kit. AW walks forward. Pyjamas now starts to clear out deep A main. That means that he should know that AW is coming in from the site, but he's not able to get the kill. Is there enough time here for AW? He sprints over. He's going to try and get on it. Is there enough time for this defuse to be locked in? Olymp is smacking the back of his chair, so I think there might just be enough here. AW will clutch, and Magic keep winning rounds they really shouldn't.
Yeah, but this one's just maybe taking it a bit too far. This is a 2-on-4. MaSvAl, this second kill is absurd. 4-on-2 and a 1-on-2 from AW. No kit and an MP9 in the post plant, and he wins it. Yeah, pack it up. This is a really good-looking Magic here. Auto shotgun for Moon. An AUG for AW. They've got all the crazy weapons out. And again, an opening pick.
And a second. Right, this has to be it, Walczaki. This can't be another blunder. Although it's AW watching for Olymp and catching him. 5v4, Moonwalk, do not walk through this smoke. Or actually, maybe you can now. Good contact being taken by Pyjamas. AW smoked off, but for long as he breaks open the smoke. The fact he wants to push through this is just crazy. He'll think better of it. Moon would love a gun that isn't an XM. There's an AK if he goes towards Temple side, where AW is. In fact, AW is going to pick up the AK.
The organ for the AK.
You've just lost money.
Well... We will upgrade, and we finally get a conversion of opening kills. Crazy thing is, if that fight from Dark had actually found success, then it would have been a 2-on-3, and you bet Moon and AW were going for it. It's a consolation round at this point, but you take what you can get.
I mean, the buy's not going to be great here from Magic. They'll have to invest on first stage loss bonus. So that means, again, like MP9s. AK gets passed over to Svede. What's MaSvAl got? A 5.7. So no, it's not the prettiest. But for Magic, the prettiest hasn't necessarily meant that they've been losing. A lot of those rounds weren't pretty. Yet they're still able to find the way in. Good trade. Pyjamas gets rid of AW, goes on a little bit of a walk. Tenzi now feeling the stress. He needs to pick his poison. Does he want to fight Connector or does he want to fight main? being held for. And now spammed. He surely is dead. Will still get skit on the way out. That allows Fade8 the way back in. Because the smoke is not blocking him. It's blocking MaSvAl. Who now also has an M4 and has also just ran through it. MaSvAl's been able to get a double. And yet again, Magic pull these rounds back from the brink. And Moonwalk needs to clutch. The good news for him is that only 51 HP is left on both of these players.
And they're separated, so it's a good opportunity here. Not going to walk the smoke, or is he? In the final seconds, he slides through. Did he hear Fade8 walk? I don't think so. But he is going to pursue. Fade8's left. Timing is weird here. Moonwalk sees nothing. How thorough is he? Fade8 gets back on the line. But Moonwalk still hits the instant headshot. And now MaSvAl, does the same. And that's the way it ends. Magic's magic is undeniable on Anubis. What a ridiculous map of Counter-Strike.
A ridiculous map in which Magic come into this playing it twice in the last 3 months. Not playing it in nearly 2 months. And they walk back on